Hello everyone, my name is Kirandeep Kaur. It was my first time teaching children on this placement. I had no experience with children before these placements, and being from a different country, I found it challenging to adapt to the teaching system here. Throughout my placement, I learned a lot from my mentor teachers. I found that the teachers here offer free learning to the children. The timetable has been set so that the children have relaxation time between maths and English lesson. Play-based learning, as studied in our course, is quite essential to engage children in studies. I got an opportunity to put all the theories into practice on my first placement. This video will talk about the AITSL standards I need to improve on after completing my placement. This is my class, room 3, with 21 children. Out of 21 children, 14 were the reception ones and 7 were from year 1. This is my door flyer. The first AITSL standard I need to improve on is 3.3, using teaching strategies. During my placement, due to no experience in teaching and being from a different background and culture, I find it very difficult to think of different teaching strategies as the classes in Australia are play-based and provide visual learning like learning through PowerPoints. I found this challenging to look for different resources and always have a backup plan for children. My mentor teachers told me about some of the resources websites that helped me during my placement. I always try to look for YouTube videos creating engaging PowerPoints for the chance lesson. I used to add funny questions to the PowerPoint so that the children do not find the lesson boring. I showed growth on this standard as I completed my placement, but it is not only limited to PowerPoints and YouTube videos. If one follows the 5 E's of teaching, the first E is excite or engage or encourage, which can be attained through play. As I observed on my placements, that children enjoy learning more if they are learning through play. In Australia, the prescribed curriculum of formal schooling are being pushed down into early learning context in place of play. Learning through play supports the development of early literacy and numeracy skills. I made considerable progress from my day 1 of the placement till the end. But I believe learning is never ending and I still need to improve, choosing different resources and strategies for teaching. The second AITSL standard I need to improve on is 4.3, manage challenging behavior. My class had some challenging behaviors. I lacked strategies to manage the class at the start of my placement. I found it challenging to keep children engaged during the floor time. As I observed my mentor teachers, I started using their strategies to engage the class in the lessons. By the end of my placement, I was too confident to handle the class and come up with my own strategies to quiet them or remain engaged during the lessons, as the children need to be safe, engaged, and respectful in the class. So I go through these points: be safe, engaged, and respectful whenever necessary during teaching, and give stickers at the end of the day only to those who were safe, engaged, and respectful during the lessons. I have seen children trying their best to manage their behavior and get stickers at the end of the day. Good teaching provides for all students' individual needs and challenges can come from many students, including those with or without a disability. There was a student B who had trauma issues. I had not had enough time to manage her behavior because she was suspended twice during my placement. Whenever I got time to talk to her, I tried to build positive relationships with her. She in return did listen to me when I gave some instructions to her, but due to her aggressive nature, she went to leadership a lot of times on my placements, so I had not got enough time to build strong relationships with her. But I could have improved on this aspect because a teacher must deal with every child in the class and they should have this ability to deal with them. The third standard I need to work on is 5.2. Provide feedback to children on their learning. During my placements, I thought of various ways of getting feedback from children about their learning and then give them feedback on their education. I believe that the teachers need to be prepared to account for openly and justify their judgments. negotiate them with learners, and amend them if they are incorrect. For the writing lessons, the children have to do rocket writing, where they have to write about an image, setting an expectations for writing at the beginning of the task, like asking for 3-star work. 3-star work was an expectation set up by me for the students, like those students would get 3 stars if their writing is neat, if they have finger spaces between the words, and if they have written all the sounds that create a word. Giving children the number of stars they deserve according to their work and then telling them where they need to improve on was helpful for children and for me as well. I have seen children asking each other, "How many stars have you got?" and then discussing that feedback which I gave them to get more stars. I have noticed the progress in children's work to get stars. Such feedback was also helpful for me because that helped me to know about children's strengths and weaknesses in literacy. I have always reflected on the previous lessons to plan my differentiation for the class so that the children get the required support in their learning. My way of describing and judging children's learning was fair, ethical, and transparent to the children. Ground, but I need to improve on looking for more strategies to provide feedback to the children because it is crucial for children to get feedback from their educators about their learning, and is essential for teachers to keep a record of children who need supports in studies. Thank you for listening to my video.